Welcome to Swim Easy Speed. My name's Tim Floyd. I'm a longtime swim coach, sometimes triathlon coach. Today we're going to be analyzing videos of an athlete I've been working with for a while. She's came to me, wanted to work on some issues in her stroke, and then she also decided to swim with the team as well in practices where I was coaching. So we're going to just go over and concurrently her triathlon coach was having her do some 800 meter time trials. Along the way, she shared those results with me, and you can kind of see the progress that she's made when you combine technique work with training in the pool. And look, I can't emphasize enough how those two things are very, very interconnected, very, very interrelated, and you need to do them together. They don't exist independent of one another. So why don't we just jump right in? And the first kind of thing that we'll see is her first time trial before I started working with her. So here we go. So this was from February 21st of this year. She did an 800 meter time trial in 16 minutes and 34 seconds. She averaged about 154 100. So we'll kind of go on. This first video is from her very first session in the pool when we started to work together. So, you know, the first thing you see is that you get that kind of, even though she has fins on, which should be driving a little bit more connection in her core, you get kind of just a disconnected look, and you mainly see it kind of I'll back it up a little bit. You can mainly see it in the recovery where, you know, the elbow drops. It's just not very fluid or connected. Then underneath the water, you can see right there. So I'll back it up. So especially on that left when she goes in, you know, you can see kind of right there. I'll move it forward. See how the hand just kind of lets go of the water and doesn't really grab much. That's one of those things that we really want to get a lot of engagement, particularly at the when you're setting the catch, where you want to grab that water and really pull it with your whole body. So it's a whole body movement. You know, hips and shoulders should be connected all through the core. The core is kind of coordinating that whole neuromuscular movement. And that's where you're going to get the most amount of efficiency out of your stroke, out of your movement, where all of those different muscle groups can come together and accelerate your body through the water with the pull. So we'll kind of move forward a little bit more. So here was her second time trial that she did. And so you can see, it was probably, I think, 2 weeks after the first. I think we had done a lesson at this point, and she had been swimming with the team for maybe 10 days. So she dropped it down to 16:21, so about a 13-second drop in, you know, about a 2-week period. So then this next video is from kind of the second session. So you can see, you know, she's getting a lot more engagement. Tempo's starting to come up a little bit more. She's really starting to kind of grab the water better. And you can tell that it's all engaged up and down that kind of kinetic chain, that chain of movement that she's making as one muscle group hands off to the next. And she was making an equally amount of big strides in the workouts as well. So here was the third time trial, and you know, we had been working together, I guess, at this point for maybe about 6 weeks, just shy of 2 months. And so this is a 72-second drop, so a minute 12-second drop from the previous time trial. So really, it's a minute 25 drop overall. So her pace per 100 went down to 144 100. So effectively, in less than an 8-week period, for an 800, she dropped 10 seconds 100. And, you know, it's not an unusual thing for me to see these kinds of drops when I work with people. You just need a very, very focused program, you know, with a coach on the deck giving you feedback, and then with a group of people that are all kind of like-minded, trying to get better that can help push you along. And so, 10 seconds, 100 drop in less than 8 weeks, yeah, that's a lot. And especially for a triathlete that, she's, wouldn't say slow. I mean, 144, 100 isn't kind of slow for a triathlete. So, especially a female age grouper that's, I think she's kind of in the 50 to 54 age group. So it's it's a good deal. So, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys that it's always kind of technique and training. It's that practice of making that movement over and over again are where the gains come from. It's not just, oh, I've got an amazing engine and I just need to work on my technique. No. Yeah, aerobic capacity is a component of it, but it's a skill you're trying to develop. And a lot of that skill resides in the brain. And it's making that movement and the specificity of that movement and making it over and over again, where the brain, it becomes very easy for the brain to initiate that skill of that movement. So the perception is that it's not as hard. But yeah, so this was, Pam's doing great, and we're looking for continued gains as we move along. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Do what you guys do below, like, share, comment. And if you have any questions, always happy to answer questions. Thanks again for tuning in.